Welcome back to Pyre. Let's hear Sir Gimlin's tale. It can only be amazing. Sir Deluge, a worm knight of the sea domain and former ally of Sir Gilman, he lacks the sort of courage for which his kind are known, yet somehow leads the Pyre hearts anyway. Some worms born under the sea domain's waters sought life's meaning on dry land. The Commonwealth recognized their chivalrous traditions and soon put them to use. Sir Deluge was just another bit of frontline fodder in the war against the High-Wing remnants, yet time and again he distinguished himself for one simple reason. He would not die. His unusual instinct for self-preservation kept him safe in many battles, and over time he was repeatedly promoted for lack of any real competition. So basically, he was promoted for the same reason that every time in World War I or II, they had planes coming back with bullet holes in them. So they reinforced every single area that the plane had come back. And for some reason, it didn't increase the number of planes that came back at all. And they couldn't figure out why. It's because the ones that came back are currently riddled with holes in places that don't immediately destroy them. They didn't think to reinforce the places that aren't getting shot, because those are the spots that are causing the plane to immediately be unsalvageable. He survived because he left his companions to die, not because he was a good warrior, as they had assumed. Then, in the Battle of the Spiral Sanctum, the burned-down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth, the remains stand as a warning. Okay. One retreat certainly was not an option. Sir Deluge retreated anyway. This was a breaking point, and he at last was sentenced into exile. In the downside, he sought water, where he made contact with Sir Gilman and other members of his kind. They all saluted him as their superior. The other knights had little choice but to respect his rank as the Pyre Hearts. They conduct the rites in the name of their great hero, the Under King Orus, while adhering to their strict code. This knight may not have failed quite so miserably at the Battle of Spiral Sanctum had his entire regiment not turned in disarray after Sir Deluge fled. Perhaps by confronting his former commander, this knight's own honor may be regained in part. For now, however, this knight must beg your leave. You say good night to Sir Gilman in turn. There's no time to make flight preparations now, though in the morning you will press on once again. Ooh, someone wants to chat. And a new page? Oh, the page of the dissonance. Very nice. Oh. Ah, the planner. Very nice. Nice. What's up, buddy? You okay? As you approach Ruki, you sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. Then he rushes up to you in a return to form. I mean, I know I'm not. I'm stuck down here with all the rest of you. It's like I finally get to set aside this giant bag of rocks that I'm carrying around. You know what I mean? Wanted to say thanks, sister, for giving me a hand with the little situation between myself and Parker. I don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew when the others had my back. Now, at least old Mama Greentail won't get any trouble from him on the other side. She's still waiting for her Ruki boy to come home, but at least she won't be getting hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just because I struck a lousy deal. So yeah, sister, you ever need anything, I owe you one, and then some. Cur's oath. He prances out of the wagon in a newfound lightness in his step. +2 Hote permanently? Fuck yeah. Can you imagine if I'd lost that? Jesus. Okay. Book of Rights. So we got a new page in the Forsaken Lands. Oh, we've already had that one. Sure. Jomer Valley. The downside prairie first appears serene. It is not. The soil there accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources prove poisonous. Thus we journeyed further north. The climate there grew fouler. Who is this one? Oh, it's the witch. Do we read the witch's introduction? I have not read this at all. Whoopsies. Nothing new from him, that's fair. Book of Rights. Jesus. We've gotten a lot of pages, apparently. I oftentimes think of the carapace of the hive titan Balanthius shall be an everlasting blemish on an almost splendid bit of land, but Jomer, in his brashness, felled the monster with a certain flair. Then the moon shone through the ridges of the massive carapace, and shined upon the pooling ichor, turning it into the freshest nectar ever to be tasted. The spring shall flow eternally, and those who walk within it shall experience the resplendent glory of the land. The stars begin to fall there in the spring with regularity, and we now know how soon again that they shall do so, and we wish for you to see it yourself. Fair enough. And then the Book of Rites is just something he writes, I guess. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Arch, whom we banished to the great beyond, for deems irredeemable. Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light, and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The stars communicate to us and you in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the text, to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above, as they are not mere lights, these are not mere words. If you chance upon the Sisters of Arch within their prison here, give them our thanks. I'm sure they'll be happy to hear a thank you from their prison. So there's a new page here, which is on the dissidents, yeah. So let's read about the dissidents, and we'll go from there. I myself, Hope, did form the dissidents under the simple tenet, those who did not belong, belong. The other scribes, some of them showed at first reluctance to allow an imp, or when accursed, to designate one of the 9 triumvirates, but Myrrh, the horned one, stubborn as he was, stood by my side. In time, they came to understand, for I remained as ever at their side, a living bit of proof of their absurdity. The dissidents are an extension of my oddity, those who do not adhere. They are not to be discarded, underestimated, or dismissed. They are necessary. They are as necessary as those against whom they rebel. I like it. Makes sense to me. Alright, so that's the reading. The orb doesn't have anything new, does it? Returned! How can I help, if at all? Yeah, I guess not, huh? It's a shame. What's in your mind? It's been a while. Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea how long I've been imprisoned here? 1,000 years? You guess the changer could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting there. I have been imprisoned, thus, for 837 years. According to my count, at least. It is possible I've lost track, though. Given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, they're the sisters! Right? Sister of the Arch? Oh my god, I never figured that out. Fuck! I feel stupid. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death, regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not telling you about it 837 years later, however long it's been. Although, enough of that for me. Let us get back to business. Let us do this all again sometime. Son of a bitch. How did I not figure that out? Continue journey. Are we just going to, like, the right a little bit? Or are we actually going to a new land? I can't remember. Whatever. Away we fly. Oh, we are going down. What's the one over here? Oh. Right, the Cairn of Hope. Fair enough. Alright. Down to the ridge. Whoop. Hold on. What's this? Point of interest? Yonder lies the Ridge of Gold. Somewhat less imposing when viewed from this vantage point. But do you not agree, reader? The myths of the downside hold that it is no mere ridge of stone, but the remains of Lord Gandroth, the Serpent Titan, vanquished by the scribe Gol Gotharian. He brandished his tower shield and sent Gandreth's fury back into its continents. He blasted fire back into the thing's mouth. Once slain by Golgothanian himself. Second of the 8 scribes, the Book of Rites, known as the Oath Taker or the Repentant. The Emperor's Master General. Huh. Though perhaps such tales are of little import. Now, when you stand to confront the Pyre Hearts, there's just a short while. What's going on over here? As you fly aloft over the downside prairie, or the downside's only verdant regions, where first your path diverged, you see Ruki looking down at the lands below. You know, sister, I gotta say, I never did get over you taking us through Blooming Pool that first time way back when. To think that someone of your character would side with Jody rather than myself. It is fortunate for your sake the reader does not often heed your advice, Greentail. Hey, that's cold, Jody. My sister here listens to me every time. I'll have you know, except for the first time. A shame we'll never know what delights awaited us at Hollowroot. Oh, you missed out. You mark my words, will be riding in style by now rather than spluttering about in this old thing. No doubt. Despite how it appeared to you at first, they both seem to be in good spirits, reminiscing about old times. Nice. Is that a reason to bring both of them? Teaser thinks this will be the quickest route, leaving you with time for vocations, or rare and precious flora growing here. I mean, we got the rare and precious flora growing there last time with Joe Dariel. Tizo's right there. Was a thing to see. Downside Prairie. You make a successful landing in Downside Prairie near the southern edge of the downside period. Memories of having first met Hedwyn, Jordariel, and Ruki come flooding back. You now should have some time in the vicinity before continuing onward toward the Ridge of Gold by land. Sure do. Ooh. The Undersix Tizo. And also we have yields fruit from time to time, though only if one says the magic word. A keepsake from the Downside Prairie. The more we explore, the more things we're going to get, I guess. What did we get from the last landing spot? Okay. Where did we land? Oh, Jomer Valley. That's right. We got the Singing Sands. Fair enough. Alright, so book. I think it's time we start reading Celestial Landmarks? No, this one. Not Aladil. Oh, jeez, there's a lot in this one already. Forsaken Lands. Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once writhed under the aspirants of their morality. Weird. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so we think did they. We earned the title Witch, and were forced to flee into the downside. Here we encountered Solom, Myrrh, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumnavigate these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose the secret of this land. He wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake. Indulge us both, then. Downside Prairie. The downside is connected to our realm via a single artery, a river named for our prestigious sap colleague, Luz Glorian. That river gushes into seeming nothingness. That seeming nothingness turns out, of course, to be the downside. Its existence undermines thousands of years of thought from the composition of our world. The downside and southern edge we call the Sandfolds. It is a desecrated wasteland speaking well to its land's lack of hospitality. Here, the strength of many who survived the river journey finally fails. If only they could clamber further north, where lies the verdant downside prairie. A better place to perish, to be sure. Jomer Valley. The downside prairie first appears serene. It is not. The soil here accommodates only the region's brutish native vines and overbrush. The most likely food sources prove poisonous. Thus we journeyed further north. The climate there grew fouler to my senses, though the Cur Jomer found it amenable. The sprawling valley, pocked with long, evaporated lakes, gives evidence to the monstrosities which roamed this land. We found the region's western edge to be more pleasant, on the whole. Therein we found sources of fresh water, whereas over to the east we found the edge of the land's most hideous decay. And finally, Mount Alodil. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Alodil involved no small amount of sacrifice and sorcery in varying proportion. The mountain's energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than the world we knew. Oh, sorry. It was upon this highest point in all the downside that we first made efforts to concoct this tome, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with visions of the cycle of the rites and felt, together, for the first, a sense of freedom unlike any we experienced before. But that is a subject which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. Working on it. Alright. This should be fun. I sense my lovely reader has returned. Wow, I've fled flubbed and flubbered. How may I assist you? What's on your mind first? Let's chat it up. How very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void, thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarnation of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment. I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch. Look, there it is. An ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their mission without fail. All the sisters needed was a name and a sum of 500 soul up front. Living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you, or just cripple you for a life. How do you suppose I lost my sight? The glorious battle with the scribes, or in a careless sparring session with my master? But I've not forgotten enough just yet, in any case. At first, I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to get terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. But what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, too. Back then, if only I could die. Like so many others, I think mortality is something oft taken for granted, until it is taken away. So given your mortality, what say that we get back to business here? Sounds good. Tizo. Just name the victim, and I shall be more than pleased to make him or her suffer for a bit. That's not quite what's happened. Tizo. Sandra administered one of her special trials for Tizo. I dare think I remember something of that imp. He certainly stood out from all his ilk, although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth. Soon appears and heeds of the summons. Cree. Seems prepared for whatever lies ahead. Great. I don't think this trial is required to pass on, but I absolutely am going to try and make sure that anyone I do send forward has done their trial. That seems important. Alright, Tizo. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, imp, you answer to me here. Tizo indicates his understanding, is prepared to begin Sandra's trial. You know the formalities, of course. Show me then, what have you learned thus far about the rites? Here in this trial it shall be just you and my Beyonders. Special Trial of Revenge for Eternity, chapter of the rites, led by the wraith called Sandra the Unseeing, and your lovely reader. Let us see how you fare. Yeah, let us see indeed. We're facing a bunch of normals. Actually, those might be savages. Safe return. You prick. Safe return my ass. Bitch. Not a lot of damage, but... Whoop. Hop, skip, and a jump really helped. I haven't even started flying yet. Well, that hurt. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, these are savage fuckers. I'm facing off against a team of Fays. Nope. fucking so close. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was too close. Nope. 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 Hey. So Savages definitely move faster than Headwind. Whoop. And the Nomads. What? What? I just missed him at every fucking point. There we go. Excelsior. As excited to have completed Sandra's challenge, awaits your approval. My approval or her approval? Okay. A worthy effort, Imp. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Okay. Yay. Tizo. Hreek. Tizo's happy to be back and wonders what it is that Sandra granted you. That's a good question. You take a closer look at the new artifact in your possession. Hawoob's Wing. Tizo's flutter and zip cost less. Oh, God, yes. Even the sisters were taken aback, faced with such a sheer ferocity from one with such small stature. Hell yes! Tizo, my boy. You just got swift. Bam. Which means I may end up selling both of those, but we'll see what happens. Everything has its purpose. Yeah. Alright. Fantastic. Alright. Exit we go. Let's explore a hollow route and do a vocation. You and Tizo make a quick search for the sweeping plains of hollow route. However, you find nothing of note. Scraw. Tizo hoped to find something today, but nonetheless seems grateful for your company. Return to the Black Wagon, where others are preoccupied with their own pursuits. Should have time enough to pursue your vocations. Yeah. It's time. Deep the knowledge, I expect really elude. Great. Glory. Is it only actually increasing by 1? Have you come to understand... What have you come to understand of the book? Can you recite its pages yet by heart? Have you internalized its teachings? In its lack of limits, you experience yours. Inspiration comes through the flash. Righteousness. It's +1 glory. I don't know if that literally just means 1, but we'll see. Oh, someone wants to chat. What's up, Rookie? I missed. Find Rookie having just put back his Greentail family portrait. There's something of a wistful look in his eyes. Something comes over him and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, sister, I gotta level with something here, real quick. Truth is, I haven't been entirely front with you about my family situation. He hesitates, and then we aren't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine. We got lots of money sort of way. It's just mostly locked up in savings bonds, and he tries to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before he can respond one way or another. The situation is my mom's back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help financially and otherwise, and all she's got now is my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. Always told her I'd make something of myself, you know? I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so started looking for all kinds of different work. Got in some unseemly sorts, I guess, but the pay was real good. We took to shipping certain types of stuff down here, of all places, flushing it straight down the river, watertight. The pay was right. Mom was so proud of me. We're eating real good all the time. But you could probably guess what happened. I really scraped by after they flushed me down here, moving food for a bunch of howlers had Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. Asked my mom, she doesn't know half of it. My uncles told her I'm away on business. Not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her poor heart. So, don't know how else to put this, sister, but I want to get out of here. Get back to what I was doing back home. On the straight and narrow, though. I'd go straight this time for sure. Just don't go tell it everybody the little Rookie Greentail's a mama's boy, okay? Got a certain reputation to uphold. He quickly scampers out the door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he was sincere about wishing to lead an honest life. Does that unlock it? Yeah, it did. Where are you, buddy? There you are. So you are an Arche. He was born on the 4th of the 4th moon. Interesting. Suggesting he is active and outgoing. Yeah, makes sense. He was smuggling, involved in illegal operations shipping contraband to the downside. Self-gain. Record said he sought to undermine the social fabric of the Commonwealth. He's also been here for 4 years. Fascinating. That's right. We're never going to know why Hedwyn was down here. Sorry. Well, not this run anyway. Continue your journey! Let's do one more in this run. That's right. We're going to try and fit another... We did fight the dissidents in this episode, didn't we? We super didn't. What the fuck is that? Here in the windswept fields of the downside prairie, you encounter a messenger imp coming to deliver news and rumors from the other side. Oh, the news this time pertains to Hedwyn, whom you liberated from the fall of Solium. You learn Hedwyn returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcome, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was to be groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the Council or the Blood Border, northern edge of the Commonwealth, each equally as lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused, and before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them. He's since made contact with Volfred's agents and is working together with them. Thus, the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Per the messenger imp custom, the last part of the message is described from Hedwyn word for word, saying, "Keep going. I'll see you there. I'll see you here." You thank the messenger imp for relaying the information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it. "A glorious example Hedwyn sets us for all of us." Yeah, that's how it's done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum. He did it. Kiha. Tizo's happy to hear Hedwyn is well back in the Commonwealth. Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for. I always thought Hedwyn was looking for somebody out there back home. Do you think he found her? That's the same thing. The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Nice. More hope is good hope. I need to get more people up to level 3. Tizo reached level 3. Hey! Oh, Bridge of Gold, Scribe's Deeds. Neat. Hey guys, say, what are you guys doing all the way back here? You know it's not so bad here. I was thinking, and I got some pretty good stuff. I think you ought to check it out. Ooh, what's that? Burning Promise. After dosing the adversary's pyre, the bearer earns a reward. Ooh, 5 gold up to 3 times. That's tempting. Yoink. Yep. Tizo. Who's going to be going in the next fight? Faye. Faye's going to have to. Faye and Sir Gilman and Ruki, I think. Yeah, that seems right. Faye, do we want you to be my killer? Oh, Sir Gilman. Sir Gilman is the killer. You can be the douser. Ruki. Let's do that. I like that. Start Duster. Start Duster. Start Duster's got a little heart on it. Oh, it's a hidden achievement. Interesting. Alright, fine. We'll do this then. Upgraded Talisman to rank 20. Hold on, really? Holy shit. Okay. I mean, it's a good one, so that's fair. I'm probably going to get rid of these 3, honestly. Okay. Well, it's good. You know, I'm just going to do it now. It will come in useful in the long run. You guys take care, okay? And thanks for doing business. Yeah, there's nobody to chat with, so I guess we just go. Ooh, you guys are lucky. It's right at the tail end of this episode. Everything is set for the rite to commence, and all is quiet. Really? The lush overgrowth of the Ridge of Gold. All there is left to do is wait for nightfall to set it. You observe Sir Gilman sliding back and forth, back and forth. You sense something is weighing on his mind. This night is not a night at all. This knight betrayed his former commander, abandoned his brethren of the Sea Dominion. But what is knighthood even? What is knighthood if not for living, having to follow such a craven as that Sir Deluge? Cease this nonsense, Gilman. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. Focus on the right. He notices you, finally. Oh, Master Reader! This knight did not see you there just now. Such was his preoccupation with the task at hand. Now this knight stands prepared. He has no misgivings whatsoever when it comes to battling his extraemvirate. Please consider letting this knight participate, for he has honor to restore. Then a glimmer within the sky draws your and his attention. The stars. Oh, don't worry, Gilman. You're taking part. Do I want to bring Jordario?
Good evening there, you exiles of the Night Wings. The 8 scribes summon you to the Ridge of Gaul. The adversaries you are to confront shall be
the Pyre
Hearts. Reduce their pyre to a smolder and step closer to freedom.
Right.
Now prepare yourselves.
Gilman, still not abandoned your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities? Sir Deluge wrestles with his mask for a time. This knight is not surprised that you had the courage to even show yourself. Is most surprised you have not. You speak of courage, Sir Delude, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You're no knight at all. You're a teensy minnow swimming in a sea minnows many times your size, and with much more honor too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Just as soon as it fades. Disgraceful! You Nightwings, you're stupid to have taken that one in, and you are no good at the rights. And another thing, we do not fear you. Yeah, sure you do, Deluge. Sure you do. He is absolutely pissing himself. Ooh. What? Oh, right, because we got his full story at this point, haven't we? He is a capitalist, suggests he's ambitious, but also discontented. Desertion and cowardice. He's been here for 3 years. Whew. We also have Lady Seagrass. Wow, these guys are high level. It's fun. Did we get... We didn't get yours, did we? No, not quite. Not quite. Anyway, Sir Gilman.
Sir Gilman.
Yeah. I can't tell what your level is, Jotario. She's pretty close to level 4. And I need to bring Faye.
Faye.
Shiru-sama?
And I can bring Tizo. He's got some speed now.
Tizo. Very well.
Skrihawk. Tizo is prepared to defend the honor of Sir Gilman against his extraemvirate. Come then, Nightwings! Show this knight how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor. On guard! Okay. Sir Gilman, if you'd be so kind, that's right, I'm going to face off against 2. Whoop.
Vanished in an instant.
Ooh, fair enough. That is how it is done. Whoop! Oh, damn. Rude. Nope. I hit the wrong button. I was hitting W again to... Wow. Fuck me.
The orb bathes first within the Nightwing's flame.
Yeah, I was trying to get too crazy.
Sir Gilman plunges into
it literally increased it by 1. I don't know if I want to do that in my next location or not.
Adversary's pyre now falls short of yours.
Yeah, good try.
In the purifying flame.
I've got a lot of little ones this time, huh?
The orb
Speedy little fuckers. Ah, damn it. Fucker.
The
Fucker.
orb quenches the flame.
Okay. What? No, no.
Yes.
Get fucked. Fuck off. Yeah, there'll be none of that. Get fucked. Righteous Flame. I can't remember what ability caused that. Another most inglorious defeat is imminent! This knight can feel it in his bone! You gonna run? There's your typical I can't jump.
Oh, so close.
Wasn't really close, was it?
You poor
Ow.
Nightwings.
Shit.
A braver than expected act from
Vengeful
Deluge.
Vow. I don't know what that does, but I think it seems to be one.
Just take him.
Come on, let me get some stamina. There we go.
Headlong goes Sir Gilbert into
No
flame.
point in rushing in there if I have no stamina to do anything with it.
Now go on, just once more.
Nope, rude.
My.
Yeah, fuck you. Stamina, get stamina, get stamina. Whoop.
And it
Fuck
is
you.
done. The Nightwings prevail. They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
Sure did.
The right is complete.
Curse you, Gilman! You were a fool to abandon us, and now you only twist the dagger in our backs. You still do not understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only to the path toward enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Just shut up! You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade. Everybody knows. This knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him.
There is much to learn from this experience.
Yeah.
The moon-touched girl has greater understanding.
The 8
than it
scribes, they so
seems.
inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them, maybe. Maybe. Alright, what's the... and if Fan is banished while jumping, she will instantly return the origin of her jump. Huh. While grasping the orb, Faye sprints and jumps without using stamina. Okay, we're doing that. The recharge of time before Faye can cast her aura is greatly reduced. That's fine. We're going straight to that. Figure out which one of these we want. Yeah, he's not. Oh my god!
Honor is elusive, O Sir Gilman.
So grateful is this knight for such glorious occasion that he is given strong consideration to perform here and now the forbidden dance of the Sea Dominion. Alright, I believe it was that one. After using a slash, Kincher recovers all his stamina. Yeah. Adversaries in a wider area of effect. That is great. Instantly return. Ooh, both of those are good. Let's wider it. Turn him into a real killer. Pamitha's probably going to be in the next, right? Because we need to get her...
Until the stars align.
Yeah. I think at this point, Sir Gilman and Faye should get called to the orb soon. I think. Maybe I just don't understand how the orb works at all, and it doesn't matter. Back at the wagon, after triumphing over the Pyre Hearts in the right, you're able to recover for a time, though you have another task this night. Time again to seek out where the rites shall take you next, by searching for the answer in the waning starlight. Alright, the next time I see the save thing pop up, we're done. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Seek now your destination. Alright. Who's in second place right now? Actually, first, let's see who I can face off against, and then we'll check our plan. Alright, so we have the Fate. Yeah, they really want me to face up against the Fate. The Accusers, and Chastity. Alright, who's highest on the list? Oh, Chastity's in second? Let's knock Chastity down. Yeah, Chastity apparently just recently beat poor Fates, so Chastity's gonna get his ass kicked now. I wanted the Fate to move up, and I like the Fate. Ah, the Chastity and owned manly. He is without shame, the product of corruption that now festers in the Commonwealth. You and Waldfeld then go over what he knows of your next adversary. Oh, Jesus, okay. Okay. H. Manley Tinderstuff, the offspring of a semi-famous sap industrialist. He was born into wealth and lived in the lap of luxury, never having to fend for himself. When he came of age, he soon was offered a cushy ambassador position that required little more than a silver tongue to convince the Commonwealth that he was keeping busy. He soon grew so proficient at doing nothing much at all that he started spending all of his family's riches to assert his fame and status. One day, he attempted to pay off the wrong individual, a particularly stern Commonwealth diplomat who promptly turned him in and had him sent downriver. Manly was very disappointed by all this, but soon saw it as an opportunity, for he knew well that in the inner circles there were those who had gone in exile and returned. Thanks to his connections, he tracked down the Chastity deep in the Waking Wood. He finagled his way into the Triumvirate using his well-worn skills. He in turn convinced himself that he would earn a position of great influence once he secured his way back to his home. He continues making hollow promises. Our plan is going to prevent such characters as Manly from coming to power, mark my word. For now, we ought to prepare to seek the stars again with adequate night's rest. You bid Volfred a good night and take your leave. It is too late now to prepare for flight, so you arrange to depart first thing in the morning. Alright, so there's things to do, pages to read. Next time, that's right, that is the end of this episode. It just saved. We're a little bit over by like 10 minutes. It's not my fault. But that's the end of this episode. In the next episode, we're going to go face off against Chastity again. We're going to read some more stuff because there's a lot of pages opening up now. Like, we're in the big open world now. There's so much to unlock. And this game has a lot of stuff that you won't be able to unlock it all. You have to do multiple playthroughs to unlock it all. I don't know if I'm going to be able to... I want to say that I'm going to do multiple playthroughs. I don't know if I can make that promise. But we'll see. But for now, you guys have yourselves a wonderful night.